Good day, everyone. Welcome to the new section about web development. In our next section, we stop at form validation, and we are trying to log some things on our form, whereby we are not seeing how it is taking effect. So let's retry it. So we have this. This is our form. Then we are trying to create something within it. I want it to give us invalid response, but we are not getting a response. On our console, we are trying to get some kind of error, which is what telling us cannot set properties of none certain inner text. So what I want to do to this is we have to delete out this document.get element by ID, whereby we are setting all our words, we are setting up all our inner text to what, to empty string. So let's comment it out or let's delete it. Then after deleting it, let's go back to our page. Then let's refresh. Then we refresh. Then you can put anything you want to put there now. So we're having this. So we should be getting a response. Password must be at least 6 characters. Let's make this place to be empty. Then at least we should be getting username is required. Then let's make this 6. 1, 2. Then let's make this correct also. Then can you see form submitted successfully, but this place is still undefined. So username is required. So you still have some kind of error to tackle within this place now. So let's try and tackle it now. So let's go. And then our username, let's put is valid is equal to false. Is valid equals to false. Then let's do something again. Then let's try again. Then let's make this place to be empty. Let's make our password to be true. Then let's submit also. So can you see it? Username is required. So now let's put a name here now. By putting a name, you should be able to submit. So form submitted successfully undefined. Don't mind this my undefined. I'm the one that checks something. So let's correct it back. Then I'll have to just cancel out this form submitted successfully. So let's go back again. So we have this email. Then let's make this okay. Form submitted successfully. So automatically we're able to create a form validation. So if you are trying to create any other form validation and you are trying to make your form validation, you can this is how to create another form validation depending on the kind of what you want to use. So this is how we create it. So now in this our new section, we'll be moving on to event listener. We have something called event listener in JavaScript. So what are event listener? Event listener in JavaScript are used to detect and respond to user interactions, such as what clicks. Whenever a user clicks on a button, whenever a key presses, whenever JavaScript what how can I put it? Whenever JavaScript detects a mouse movement and many more, they allow developers to execute a specific code with an event occurs. So we've already made use of some events here. This is one here. Add event listener submit. So we have another one. This one, where is the button? Okay, we didn't create it for the button. So within this place now, we'll be using a lot of event listener and you'll be seeing how they work. So now let's create another. Okay, we have one index.html file here. Then let's just clear this. Let's clear this. So now within this index.html file, I will just create a button. I will create a button. Okay, before I move to that, how does event listener work? Event listener works selecting an element. It identifies the element that should listen for the event. 2. Attaching an event listener. It uses the add event listener method. It is very, very important. Add event listener method to bind an event to the element, just like what we've been doing here. Can you see it? Add event listener. The first main example we did too before while explaining our DOM in our previous section. Can you see it? We made it about add event listener. it is very, very important, so that the every element you are using, every tag you are using, you have to what, add event listener method to it, so that it will know that you are trying to do what, you are trying to make use of an event. So executing a function, when the event occurs, the specific function callbacks on. So what is callback function? So after a particular, what's it called, after a particular event, there's always a what, a function. That's why you're having this. Once this is occurs, once this occurs, so this function here will do what, we trigger back as a what, as a callback. So this will come back as a callback. So this is it. So once this is true, then this will do what, this will execute, this event will do what, execute. So now let's try. We have different types of event listener. We have the syntax. Okay, let me create another file, events.jx. So we have the syntax like this. This is the syntax. The syntax, like element, each element you want to use, element dot what, dot add event listener. Then we do what, it is a method. Then what event are you doing? Event this, then comma, within, then function. We can make use of arrow function, you can make use of any other function you want to use, but let's make use of arrow function. Then what type of function? Arrow function. Then we have this. So automatically this is an event. We've already created an event within this place. So anything now you want to do now will be within this. Will be within this function. So we have this different type of events. So now we'll be starting with sums. I'm coming. So let's just do a small example of how event works. So let's create, okay, we have an HTML file here. Within this HTML file, let's create a button. We will create a button tag. Then within the button tag, we will give it a class of an ID of what, btn. ID of btn. So we've given it an ID of btn. So I will give it click me. So we've already given it click me. So now let's link our JavaScript event.js. So now what are we doing within this place now? We want to call our what? We want to call our button by using the ID. Then we do what? Document dot what? Dot get element by ID. Document dot get element by ID. Then what ID are we getting? ID of what? btn. Then what? We want to add an event listener to it. Dot what? Add event listener. So what do we want our event listener to do? So whenever we click on the button, what should happen? Then our arrow function. What should happen? We want our button should alert button clicked. Button clicked. So let's go. So I will copy path. So I will come to this place. I will scan it. Ctrl V. So I have my button click me here. So can you see it? Button click. It has already showed us what? This page says button click. So what is triggering it? It is our function. It is our event. This event here, whenever we click on the button should alert what? Button clicked. So that's how our what our function. That's an example of a what example of a function. So we have other one. So this one that we did now is a click event. We have other ones, event propagation, either bobbing. So we have okay, we have other types of events. We have what mouse event, triggered by mouse interaction, either by clicking, fires an element is clicked, double click when an element is double click, mouse down fires when the mouse button is pressed down, mouse up fires when the mouse button is released, mouse move fires when the mouse moves over an element, mouse over fires when the mouse enter an element, while mouse out fires when the mouse leaves an element. So we've already did what? We've already did the one for click. So let's do another one. Let's create another button. I will create another button. Okay, let's create another button. Then you will do what? Button. Then let's give it an ID of button 1. So I will come here, click button 2. Button 2. So now we have button 2 here. So let's trigger button 2 also. So the only thing we have to do here now is we've already worked on what? On click. So we want to work on key down. Okay, we want to work on key down now. We can just do what? Document dot what? Dot add event listener. Whenever we click down on the mouse, we press down our key, any key. You should just do what? Key press. Then it should just give us the event key. Then add event listener. What do we want our event listener to do? To listen to our keyboard. So whenever we click down a button, then what? My arrow function. Don't forget. So now we have this particular one here now. I can make it. I want to put something within this place as a what? As a parameter. So what kind of parameter are we putting? Let me use E. I can use E. I can use event. Anyone I want to use. So now I will just come within this place. Then I will do what? Console.log. Console.log. Key pressed. Then comma event dot what? Dot key. Which key is pressed down? So let's go live. Let's go live and let's see. So F12. So we can see it on the console. Can you see it? Key pressed Q. Let me press another key. Key press W. Then can you see it? It is updating. So we are seeing the key we are pressing. So that's what key down does. Key down will do what? We listen to the type of key you are pressing. That's whenever you are trying to like click on a button or you click on Windows. I think it's on Windows. You click down on Shift, then automatically it will trigger something out for you. If we are not using it within our what? If we are not using it within our JavaScript, it will trigger out a response back to you that we've clicked on Shift and something. So that's how key down works. Your system monitors the type of key you are pressing. So now let's go to another. Let's make use of another one. We'll have another one again. So now you can make use of key up, key down, key up, and key press, any other one you want to use. So we have another one, form event. So we've already done the form event. This is the form event here we did within our DOM to check our what? To check form validation, and we make use of what? Submit. This is the submit here. So that's our what? Form event. That's form event. So we have other ones to resize the size of your screen. To resize your screen size. So now let's do something again. Window. So since while resizing the size of the screen, we are going to target our what? Our window. Our window will be what we'll be targeting. Window dot what? Dot add event listener. Then don't forget it is a method. Then what method do you want it to do? Resize. And you see it, resize. Then comma. Don't forget our arrow function. You can make use of any other function, but I'm using arrow function. Then let me log it to the console. Console, window. Okay, let's put window, window resize. So let's check. So we click on the button, it's already taking effect. So can you see it? Window resize. Can you see it? It is calculating how our window screen is resizing. So that's what? That's window resize. So that it is listening. Our event listener can also do what? Listening to this the what we are doing with our what? With our windows. So we have another one to copy and to paste. So we have clipboard event. So clipboard event triggers when a user interacts with the clipboard. Maybe you copy, you cut, or you paste. So let's do something again. Let's do something. Then let's do documents. Dot add event listener. So what do you want to do? Copy, comma, our arrow function. We have this arrow function. Alert. You should just alert what? Content copied. So we have content copied. So let's just go to our browser and put something on the content. Maybe H1 hello world. So let's go back and refresh. So let's refresh. So can you see? Control C. So content copied. It has already tell us what content copied, and it is also showing here key press C. So content copied automatically. It has showed us what we copied a content. So that's to tell us again that our what our JavaScript listening to what we do on our browser. So we have a lot of event listener that we can do. We have a lot of event listener depending on what you want to do with it. So we have the click button on mouse on over on we have the over, we have the over, we have the focus, we have input, we have blur, we have a lot. Maybe whenever a test is blur, it triggers something like this. So the other types of event listener will be an assignment to you guys to work on, and how they to do your research on them and how they work. So now this will be the end of our event listener class. See you in our next section. Thank you.